Kristen with Nerdette's NewsStand, and just a little update on the channel real quick. I apologize if you're here for the Zoe Kravitz stuff, but it'll only take me a second. I am bringing back comments. I feel like after, over a month of hiding, I'm done with it. So, you can comment on the video. I'm so excited to finally get some videos, so make sure you let me know what you think. Anyways, let's talk a little bit about Zoe Kravitz. So yesterday I did a video, and I was listening to it as I edit. I swear, in that video I said, I don't know, at least 10 times. And I was really shocked with the news. Not initially because of the race bend, and we'll talk about that here in a second, but it's underwhelming. That's the thing. It's very underwhelming. Now, they did the same thing when Pattinson was cast. It was very underwhelming to me. When Ben Affleck came on board, I was like, okay, I can see this. He's got the emotional depth that we need for Bruce Wayne. Because Bruce Wayne is really the character that you're playing, right? Like, anybody can put on a cowl. But Bruce Wayne needs to be played correctly. So, when Pattinson came aboard, I was like, meh, not impressed. So, I'm like, well, maybe the cast around him will be good enough. And then we get Jeffrey Wright, and I'm like, oh, boy. Another race bend. Like, here we go again. So with Jeffrey Wright, obviously, we're getting news that Batgirl is coming. So we're going to have another redhead swapped. And the problem with that swapping is they're only doing it with one race. They are literally ginger genocide when it comes to one race. And I don't think anybody has the... I would actually have more respect for WB had they chose, a Latina woman, had they chose an Asian woman. It would show us that they were, purposefully race bending this. But they could do it with a different race. I just feel like they don't have that. They don't have that in them. So, to me, Zoe Kravitz, and I've seen a couple things she's in, I did not even realize that she was in Fantastic Beasts. That's how forgettable this woman is. Now, I said yesterday that I had seen her in X-Men First Class. She was Angel. That character to me was like, okay, all right, she's there, right? Like, she didn't leave that lasting impression that you would need for Catwoman. And I think that maybe some of it, and I could be totally wrong, has to do with the fact that her stepfather is Aquaman. Like, I've seen a couple articles saying he's stoked she's Catwoman. Of course he is, but when it comes to Hollywood, of course it's who you know, right? So she is literally looking up and talking to her stepdad as Aquaman. So I do believe that they may have had something to do it. Now, if we take this a step further, obviously we are getting, I've talked about both Suicide Squad and Birds of Prey. Now, if Birds of Prey does well, it is rumored that we are going to get a Gotham City Sirens, correct? So, Gotham City Sirens, we will obviously have Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn and Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. So, she can't stand up next to Harley Quinn and do near as damn good a job. Now, I've talked a lot of shit about Margot Robbie, but when it comes to her acting chops, she's skilled. She is memorable. When you think of, Suicide Squad, her part was memorable. It stood out. And this girl is very forgettable to me. She's very underwhelming. So how will she be able to act next to Margot Robbie and actually do a good job that deserves? And then on top of it, we're getting rumors that Rihanna is going to be Poison Ivy. Oh, what? What are you thinking, WB? Like, really? Is her skin gonna be green? Like, I hope. But are they going to make her a redhead? Most importantly, because like I said earlier, the only gender bends they are doing in Hollywood right now is the redheads. Like, just give us a cute redhead. Come on. They exist. I promise. So also with this, we're seeing, and I've talked about this before, Jonah Hill. He's winning $10 million for his part. And basically they're like, you can pick. Do you want to be Riddler or Penguin? I personally wouldn't mind seeing him as Riddler. I think he could do a good job with it. especially if this, now we are learning that this is going to be like a noir version of Batman. We are going to get the detective side of him, and from the beginning, that's what I've said I've wanted. Now, personally, I would like to see maybe a Clayface or a Victor Zsasz, something along those lines where you can really get nitty and gritty with the detective side of Batman. But you can do that also with Riddler. So, if we get, Jonah Hill as a good Riddler, this could very much work. But it depends, because I've also heard we're getting either one of two comics remade, or at least based on it. So, Long Halloween, which is fucking epic. I think it's Jeff Lieb. And then Year One. So, it just depends which way they go. I would love to see Long Halloween personally, myself. Year One was good also. I like the faults within Batman. I like seeing him mistake. I like seeing him learn from his mistake. I've said this before. I love to see the struggle, the growth. I think it could work very well, especially with Pattinson being such a young Batman. I think he's early 30s. I'm really not too sure. But the thing I have the problem with, so obviously we know it's kind of a race swap, it's kind of not, but we've seen this done before. Like, Eartha Kitt owned Catwoman in the 60s. Like, she was Catwoman. I don't think they ever called her Selena Kyle. I could be wrong on that, but she was fucking fantastic. Now, we also had Halle Berry play a very, they did not, I think her name was like, I don't know, Tabitha or something stupid. A very infamously play Catwoman. Just the worst. Just like it's a movie you have to be fucked up to watch. If you want to get through it, you either need to smoke a bowl or have a beer, because you're not going to get through it otherwise. It's bad. Last thing I want to talk about is how the media is portraying this. Now, I haven't seen, and of course I'm not on Twitter. I don't have any need for it. But I haven't seen a whole lot of people being like, oh, this is horrible because she's black. Nobody said that. But I guess she was told she was too urban for The Dark Knight Rises as far as Anne Hathaway's Catwoman goes. And that's their prerogative, right? They were allowed to basically cast who they wanted. They didn't want her. They wanted Anne Hathaway, and I wouldn't say that. I mean, she did an okay job. She was like, meh, she's a 5. Like, she did good, but again, she was a little bit forgettable. Like, nobody's gonna forget Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Nobody. Like, you're gonna remember that forever because she did so good. We need a really good casting like that, and unfortunately, they failed there. They definitely failed there. But the media is like, so this one specifically, it says, Zoe Kravitz becoming the new Catwoman after being told she was too urban for Dark Knight Rises is justice being served. Now, all you have to do is type in Zoe Kravitz urban, and you will get 25 articles like this. And what it's going to come down to, and I'm telling you right now, within a week, within a month, closer to the movie, it's going to be, if you don't like this casting, whether it has to do with her acting ability or who she is, if you don't like this casting, you're a racist. Like, that's what it's going to come down to, unfortunately. And we see that a lot. But because she was told she was too urban, like, who says that? It's a very weird thing to say to me. Like, you're not good enough. You're not memorable. You're not that great of an actress in my eyes. Like, I don't care. You guys can like her. I mean, of course, people probably do like her. She's successful. But in my eyes, she's not fit for this role, and it has nothing to do with race. I don't care. Of course, I want them to stick to source material, but if they were really going to try to race bend this, like I said, they should have went Latino or Asian. They should have went Muslim. Something different. If you're trying to get that different, then actually go the whole way. If you had the balls to do it, then do it. I don't know. I think this is silly. It's like I said, a non-controversy for me, because in all honesty, I'm not that interested in this movie. I love Batman. I absolutely adore everything when it comes to the Bat family. But this movie has already lost my interest before it even started filming. Oh, that's really sad. You Warner Brothers, get your shit together. I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure, for the first time I can say it and actually mean it, let me know what you guys think. I'm so excited. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hey guys, if you want to help support the channel, make sure to check out the links to my Patreon and subscribe star below. But I want to thank my current Patreons, Robert, Jeffrey Allen Carnes, Earth Citizen 09, General Zod, who also has a YouTube channel, Troy Reiser, Grand Smear, Mike, Black Knight Fool, and Brucey. You guys help keep this channel up and running, and I appreciate every single one of you. Make sure on the way out to like and subscribe if you are new. Bye-bye.